Hello everyone and welcome back to this episode of Reviewing Your Saves, and as you know we review the saves on Originality, Staff, Tactics, Transfers and Achievements, all out of 5-star, and we've been kindly sent in a lot of saves from the followers and I am working my way through them. And let's kick off this episode with Vitesse, sent in by my follower Gary. Big up Gary, this is a great save. I love Vitesse in the Dutch league. Dutch leagues, you don't really see too many Eredivisie saves. They are going out of fashion now. So for the originality of this save, I'm going to give it a solid 4-star. Moving on to the staff, and this is exactly what I love to see. Every slot is filled. It is the best in the division for coaching, for recruitment, for medical. You literally cannot get any better for this, and for this reason this is a solid 5-star. Make sure you have your coaches, lads, your staff, your medicals, all that kind of stuff, and you will get the 5-star rating that this save just did. Moving on to the tactic, and it is a GYR preset tactic. There is nothing wrong with using preset tactics. I do it all the time, as you know if you've seen much of my content. It is what it is. For originality purposes, we do have to score down preset tactics. It is GYR Loki version 2 is one of the tactics that is in use at the moment, as well as GYR's 4-3-3 and a custom 4-2-4 as well. So all slots are taking up. That's also a plus. That will score you extra points as well. And looking at the squad, players like Calvin Ramsey, Ahmed Dovic, Filippo Mane, one of the best young centre-backs on the game, as well as Fabio Carvalho. I've never seen Daniel Maldini be this good, so that's a big plus. Dario Eusebio and Tremetri up front. This squad is absolutely stacked in the year 2027 as well, so not too far into the future. So for tactics and squad, we've got to give this a solid 3.5 star out of 5. Moving on to the transfers now, and that's a big outlay for Vitesse in the first season. I'm imagining all of these deals will be add-ons. I wish that's something Football Manager will add next season, more detailed level of transfer interrogation when we do these saves. But yeah, I'm guessing this is all add-ons. That's a big out and a small in, so it's not the most perfect start to the transfer history. As we move on in the next season, as you can see, he's readdressed that balance of the first season, going all out, only spending 1.9 million on Paul Lozano, and then having big outs in 13.25 million, selling Manahove, who is a very good player, and that's very good money for him as well. So a very good window in the second season. In the third season, there are some big ins and some big outs as well. It's very good at transfer management here. 20.5 million in and 24 million out, so a 4.5 million per annum profit, selling players to PSG and to Borussia Mönchengladbach for big money, and spending that money very wisely. Ladislav Krejci is one of the best central midfield players for this division that you can get, and players like James Gomez is a very smart signing, as well as all the other signings he's made here as well look very smart. Moving in to the next season, again, it's a very close transfer window in terms of ins and outs. It's 26.5 in and 25 million out. So only a net spend of £1 million there. Overall making big money. Buying players like Yusuf Tremetri, who gets 100 goals a season, as we've seen on Victor Save on TikTok. Big up Victor. And then selling players like Lozano, who we brought in previously, is very smart. Moving on to the 26-27 season, as you can see, it's big transfers out of the club, big money going out of the club, which is very good in terms of building a profitable, sustainable club for the future. I don't know why it keeps doing that, to be honest. Football Manager's having a moment there, but there we go. As you can see, that's big profit for the club right there, which is absolutely class, absolutely what you want to see. And then £61 million out so far in this season. I'm sure that he will make some signings, or has made some signings on his save. So all in all, this is big profit for Vitesse. I've got to give this a 4.5 star out of 5. Moving on to the last judgeable thing in this save, it is the achievements. And there has been back-to-back Eredivisie in 2026 and 2027. And also winning the Dutch Super Cup in 2025 and 2027 as well. Missing out on a Champions League winners medal in 2026 as well. So these achievements, breaking down Ajax PSV Feyenoord domination of the league in recent years, and reaching a Champions League final. Sadly, no success in Europe, which I will have to score it down for, but he will get there at some stage in this save. And I would say that would be a 3-star achievements on this save. Overall, that gives this save a 4-star rating out of 5 stars, the highest one we've had so far. And if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel also. Next up is a save in Bulgaria with Levski Sofia, sent in kindly by my follower Alexander. Big up Alexander for sending this in, much love bro. And this is one of my personal favourite leagues to manage in, so I'm going to have to put my personal bias aside and go with actually being quite, fair rating of this originality of this save. You don't see many Levski saves in the FM community. You don't see many Bulgarian league saves in the FM community. So I'm going to give this a solid 4.2 star out of 5 to kick this off. Next up, the staff. And the staff is the best in the league for scouting, medical, and coaching as well. But one of my pet peeves is not having all of those slots filled, as you know. And as you know, on the last save, we gave it 5 star for having the best and all the slots filled as well. So for this staff rating, I'm going to have to give it a 4 star because it is the best in the league, but not all slots are filled. Next up, the tactics, and all 3 slots are filled out, which is very good and something that I love to see, with different formations as well to keep the AI guessing. And then this asymmetrical formation, I don't know if it's a created one, I don't know if it's a one that he's done himself. Let me know in the comments below, Alexander, but I love asymmetrical tactics. You don't see them that often as well. Looking at the squad, as we are in 2038, these are all going to be new gens. So I'm just going to look at how good they are for his squad and the league as well. And he's got some very, very good players in there. A lot of Dutch players by the look of it. Ryan Kempeners looks absolutely class. Christian Neuhaus at right back is quality for this league as well as Joep Kroon as well. So he's got some very, very good players, all tactical slots filled out, and they're original as well. So I'm going to give this a solid 4.3. The transfers. There are a lot of seasons here, lads, so get ready to be in for a long haul here. But first season, big profit, selling Ronaldo. It's not R9, so don't worry about it. There is actually a player in Bulgaria called Ronaldo. He's not as good, but there we go. Good profit there. He's made, you know, a loss in the second season, which is absolutely fine. You've got to build your squad. You've got to push yourself forward in the save. And that's exactly what he's done. Signing Bulgarian players like Georgi Rusev and one of my favourite players from Botev, Antoine Briorian, a great little French striker if you've never had him before. Second season, 17 million. That's a big step up. I'm assuming that he's got into the Champions League at this point and he's got that sort of money because that gap in transfers in and outs is very, very steep. And then going into the next season, another one. He's building up his team yet again, which is absolutely fine. It's a lot of money for the Bulgarian league. 50 million and 18 out. I'm guessing he's going to be with add-ons as well. That's the only reason I can think of that, plus the Champions League money as well. And then again, as we go through, making a profit in this season. And then more big spends as we move through the save. 147 million being a massive, massive spend there for the Bulgarian league. Must have built up his club at this point. All in all, it looks like he's had a fairly solid transfer windows with big money in, big money out. And building up the Bulgarian league to be one of the best leagues. Because look at these absolute monster transfer fees going out here. 132 million selling to big clubs and bringing in an 113 million buy-in as well. And then quite a season so far. All in all, these are big, big numbers for the Bulgarian league. They look like Premier League numbers. And probably need a little bit more investigation. But for me, I'm going to give this a solid 3.8. He's turned this team into a winning machine, dominating the Bulgarian league, as you would imagine with those transfer spends that we've just been through. Winning the UEFA Super Cup, winning the Champions League in 2037 in the previous season to the one that he's in now. Something you don't see people do with Bulgarian clubs. I've never managed to do it. I've never managed to do it because I just haven't had the patience to do it. So I absolutely love that as an achievement. And given that's one of the biggest achievements that you can do in this game, he's dominated domestically. He's won in Europe as well. So I have to give this a 4.8. Overall, that gives this save a solid 4.22 out of 5. The highest one we've had in our second episode. And if you want to be part of this series, email me with your save link and I will review your save and give you a rating on all the things we've just rated. And I will see you on the next video.